on. Right, I was just talking to myself there. I left the microphone hanging down. Done that a few times now, pain in the arse, but it is what it is. Anyway, it's Tuesday. This won't be on the channel on Tuesday because I'm doing a podcast tonight. By the time you're watching this, it'll probably have been a few nights ago. But the reason I'm doing this again is because that I found the wee doofer, I don't know what to call it, the wee clamp that was onto the bike, and it allows me to attach the extension for the 360 camera onto the bike. And I did that last summer for the NC 500 trip, and I quite liked some of the angles you could get. So I've also got the Insta 360 Ace Pro, which I've bunged there for the sort of selfie view, and I've got the Osmo Action 5 on the helmet, which is the point of view. And I thought, I wonder what it'll be like. I just don't know, so I'm giving it a bash. I'm hoping that shite myself in case the bracket doesn't hold. I'm a bit nervous about the 360 camera, to be honest, on the back. But one is hoping that it will be okay. Or should I have braced it in some way, maybe a bit more? I don't actually bloody know. How easily does it move? That's my concern. Too easy, I think. Is it? I mean, it's really tight. I'll try it and see. But back to what I was saying, I liked the view that you get from it. Also, anyway, right, so while I love the Ace Pro, which I used to have on it, the problem was miking up Charlotte and I, and I had the two DJI Mic 2s, which I've used for quite a while, and so I got the Osmo Action 5 so that I can link up the DJI Mic 2s. But we now have the problem that when there's three of us out, i.e. Charlotte and I on this bike and Big Gordon on the other one, that we can't really hear Gordon's convo. So what I'm thought is I've got another DJI Mic 2, which I can link up to Gordon's helmet, put a wee lav mic inside his helmet and record on device. I can actually record that onto the mic itself. As you know, the Mic 2 records internally, and then I can add that to the video and sync up the audio and do all that kind of bollocks and happy days, so you can hear the three of us having conversation. Whether that's a good or a bad thing, I don't know. Oh my dear, look at this. How sad. Traffic's terrible, as usual. Sorry, WhatsApp's talking to me. So I don't know what this is going to be like. Anyway, while I'm talking about this camera stuff, making changes, I am making massive life changes. Now, it's not life changes that will particularly affect this channel, because it's part of my life that I've never really brought into the channel. Now, I've mentioned plenty of times that I was a musician, a working musician at one point, and it was a big part of my life, a huge part of my life, and I've decided to give it all up. Completely wipe it out of my life. I'm going to keep a keyboard, an old keyboard from 2006 at home, which is going to be used for, well, hobbyist sort of attitude, you know, just practicing now and then and having a wee play. So that, you know, I've still got a keyboard of some variety to remember I was a musician. I'm going to start filtering here, folks. We are filtering, and the problem I've got with my studio space is quite a simple one. The music gear takes up a lot of room, so I can't properly set my studio up for photography purposes, which I want to do, and I can't properly set it up as a music studio because I need space for photography purposes, so I can't have a full photography area or a full music studio and do podcasts. So basically getting rid of all the music equipment, which is all the speakers, keyboards, all that kind of stuff, will free up that studio to be used as a proper photography studio where I can start doing portraiture and stuff again, which I love. And I'm going to concentrate on that life of photography, videography, drone work, and podcasting, which is something that I'm quite passionate about. And obviously I've got my bike being my big hobby, but what am I going to do selling all that gear? So Sarah and I, as you probably know, used to caravan all the time. That was our big part. Outside of being a biker, I loved my caravan, I really did. Sarah and I used to just go away for weekends and get out and about, and it was fantastic. We loved it. We used to take the dogs. We don't have dogs now. I don't have dogs now. They're away with my in-laws and living the life of Riley down there. Joanne's looking after them well, which is good. But we loved caravanning. When Sarah died, the caravan was hers. It was part of her estate, which means that the finance company, Black Horse, said, "Oh, we want money, but you can take the caravan on yourself." And I said, "No, thank you, I cannot afford it." I lost all Sarah's income, so there was no way I was going to keep the finance on for a new caravan. So I had to sell it. Black Horse took it away. I didn't sell it actually, Black Horse took it away. They auctioned it off, came back and said, "You still owe us this amount." There was no money left, so that was sorted out. And that was that. That was the end, I thought, the end of an era, so to speak. I thought, that's it, I'm never going to be in a caravan again. So Charlotte and I have been talking about it. We went a wee holiday with my family last week. We went down to a caravan at Sansalus, which is fantastic. We love Sansalus. That used to be Sarah and I's absolute favourite place to go. And Charlotte loved it. That was a static caravan, family caravan, and she loves the idea now of being in a tourer. So we've decided that if I can sell some of this music gear, whoops, thanking you, we're going to get ourselves an old tourer. And I say old, it'll be probably pretty old, like 2005 vintage or something. Whereas Sarah and I's caravan was brand new when we got it. Bikers getting in the way. So we're going to do that, and we're going to start adventuring, and I'm going to start making new memories with Charlotte, and I'm looking forward to doing it. I'm kind of paying homage to the life I had with Sarah. It's not a life I wanted to give up. Didn't have a choice in the matter. And like I said, Charlotte completely embraces that, and she's, I love the idea of caravanning. She loves camping. She couldn't get to do it in her previous life, and now she can. So that's what we're aiming to do, and we are going to make a separate channel, and on that separate channel we're going to document all our adventures in caravans. Yeah, it was. I just have this notion that life has been so shit that I want to record as much of it as possible for posterity, for memories, and that's really what it's all about. We might not get any subs on another channel, I don't really care, that's not what it's about, but it would be lovely to go on holidays. I've got all the camera gear, I might as well use it, and we will do some funky adventure videos away in a caravan, which will be in a different channel, so don't panic, we're not going to bring that into this channel. Also, with the other channel, that'll allow me to do a lot more photography stuff, because that's what it's all about, and perhaps allow me to leave this channel just for the biking content, or anything that I think's related. So obviously the podcasts and stuff are very related to the theme of this channel, which is grief and mental health. That wouldn't be on the other one, all that kind of bump. So we've got a lot of plans, big changes to my life. I never thought I'd be saying I'm chucking in music, but I've not really been doing music as such. Since Sarah died, I've struggled horrendously with the motivation to try and get it done. I got the new keyboards and stuff last year. Nah, it's just not happening. And there's been too much shit that's got in the way. Too many things that's caused stress and anxiety and all the trouble that we had and still have potentially. I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, it put a massive dampener on everything, and ultimately I can't do everything. And what do I want to do now? Well, life's all about enjoying it. It's about quality of life. It's about making the most of what you have. And well, I'm damn sure that I am going to do that. I'm going to make the most of what I have with Charlotte, and we are going to live our lives. We're going to tour on a bike, we're going to tour in a caravan, we're going to have a friggin' ball, and I'm going to document it, and then when I'm dead, Charlotte will have something to look back on, and my daughter Charlotte will have something to look back on, and that's missing. I've got loads of pictures of Sarah, loads of pictures, which is a lovely thing to have, but I so wish I had more video of her. Sarah and I talked about vlogging our caravan life, but we never got round to it because we were just too busy being caravanners and enjoying our life. We didn't see all this coming. We briefly talked about vlogging caravan life when she was ill, when she was diagnosed, but again, you know, that might have been a bit hard. I don't know. It would have been hard to do, and there are times where I wish we had done it because I'd love to have been able to look back and see videos of her, proper videos, and hear her talking. All I've got tiny little snippets of her talking or carrying on with the dog, and it's not enough. And you know, when I'm dead and gone, if my family or my daughter or whatever wanted to, or Charlotte wanted to, they can look back on YouTube and they can listen to me talking utter shite and watch videos and see a physical record of my life, and I like that. So there you go, all my thoughts for this Tuesday, totally different from my thoughts for yesterday, Monday, and yeah, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately, over months. In fact, it's been getting me quite down. Been struggling with life, daily life, struggling what to do, feeling unmotivated and as if I'm wasting my life, and that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. So this is it. Decision made. That's what's happening. Anyway, I hate this commute. I'm sorry, this is what you get to see on a regular basis. But I figured I'm better sitting talking to you from the absolute comfort of my bike and not sitting on a couch in front of a camera, which is fine for certain things, but I like being on the bike. Plus, I'm sure this is a lot easier than looking at my friggin' face. No. She's too busy vaping. She hasn't seen me, she doesn't know I'm here. This is tight, but I can get through, plenty of room. It's got to be you. Oh look, that looks like an actual S-type, Model S. You don't see them now, do you, the Tesla Model S's? That's an original one. You can only get them in left-hand drive now. Why am I talking about a Tesla Model S? Who gives a shit about electric cars? I drive one in work occasionally. They're actually quite good fun to drive, but there's no soul. No soul. So there you are, folks. That's my thoughts this week. I'm not going to do another video until the weekend. We are going to run out with the big chap, with Big G, on Saturday or Sunday. I don't know what day yet, but it's to be like 25 degrees, so it's going to be good. We're going to have Big Gordon mic'd up as well, so you're going to listen to his dulcet tones too. That'll be brilliant. It'll be really good because there's a lot of times where you hear some chatter in the video and you don't know the context of it because you're only hearing my and Charlotte's side of the what's generally a three-way conversation. I'm going to get an inside. Oh no, I'm not. I'm trying to get in the inside lane there, but one big truck, make a decision, get into the lane. That's it. Oh. So that's Saturday or Sunday this weekend, so whatever I record this weekend I'll aim to get up. Probably not at the weekend, it depends on if we've got 3 cameras recording on this. It's a lot of footage in it, but I'm hoping when I look this back that it's worked, that it looks decent, that it gives a different perspective, and yeah, we'll see what it's like. It's all about trying to make content more interesting to watch, not just listen to me talking crap, but to make the view from on the bike good. And I've had that Ace Pro camera sitting in my bag, and I generally have been using it to do the wee vlogs when we get to places or we're on the ferries and stuff, and I can still do it because it comes off of there in a second, and it takes 2 seconds to boom, magnetic. The same as the Osmo. That was out before the Osmo 5, I think. But anyway, magnetic base, which is great, it makes life easy. And so I can still use it for the vloggy stuff, and have it there for the whatever the hell it's there for. It's got to say to see my face, but you can't see my face, can you? Probably just as well. I have the effect that Medusa did. Charlotte would probably argue with that, but anything else I need to tell you? No, I don't think so. If you're watching this, you may be watching this around about the time when my podcast with Lewis McManus is up on the channel, which is hopefully going to be excellent insight into the mind of someone that has been through hell and has come out the other side and has retrained and now spends and dedicates his life to helping others with mental health. What a guy, what a thing to be doing. Brilliant. So that's me, folks. I am going to sign off. I can't switch all these bloody cameras off. How long have I been talking? I have no idea. I'm nearly home. Oh, nearly home. I'm in Paisley, as you can see. There are no pigeons up there. Well, if there are, they fly upside down because there's nothing worth shitting on. Ach no, that's unfair. I like Paisley. I'm born and raised in this town. Of course, one of the other decisions Charlotte and I have had to make, which was the hardest one I've had to make, was my season tickets for St Mirren. We can't really afford them. So I think we've decided to go and sacrifice them in the pursuit of, if I sell all my bike gear, I'm not selling any bike gear, if I sell all my music gear and can scrape enough money together to buy a wee caravan, talking about 3.5 grand here, so cheap shite really, but we can make it good. Sarah and I had an old ancient caravan for years before we bought the new Bailey, and we loved it. We'd done it up, we painted it, we put new shit in it, we painted all the front. We loved it. We didn't care. The only problem is that I had to carry a toolbox everywhere because every time I arrived on site somewhere I was repairing the caravan, whether it was the brakes or something, but I don't mind. And then Sarah surprised me one day and phoned me up and says, I've just bought a new caravan. And I was like, what? So if I get enough for the gear to get the caravan, then that's going to be a priority, because that's something that will last us years and years and years and years and years and years and years. And we just don't have 800 quid to buy 2 season tickets, and Charlotte loves the football, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to the games. We'll just buy individual tickets when we can afford to, and we'll go to whatever games, and we can pick and choose and sign up for St Mirren TV maybe. And if we're going to be away in the caravan and stuff, if we get a caravan, the weekends are kind of going to be it, aren't they? That's going to be our thing. But what Sarah and I used to do was go away in the weekends when St Mirren was away from home. Obviously through the summer there's no football season. The football season comes back in a couple of months, but so through the summer it's not an issue, but during the football season we just went away when St Mirren was playing away, and and we were home at the weekends when they were home. So I don't know. That's the thought process. We'll see. Ooh, there's nobody waiting to turn right. Welcome to Paisley. Look at this. Look at this. Traffic chaos in Paisley. Bus trying to get through. People in the middle of the junction. Couldn't make up, could you? Terrible driving. Terrible, terrible, terrible. They just don't judge. They don't look through and say, oh, that's a Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson. I like them. I like them to look at. I've never ridden one, so I wouldn't know what they're like to ride. I haven't a clue. So if you ride a Harley, tell me what it's like. I'm curious. Imagine driving that. Looks fun. And there we go, look. They just venture out into the middle of the junction without checking. I mean, at least wait till your exit's clear, and then you're not blocking the junction. Stay. But that cash guy was going to come out there. So that's me. I'm home, almost. Thanks for watching, listening. If you've listened to it all, you're absolutely incredible. And I'm offski. I'm going to do my podcast. I'm going to go in and get my dinner, get ready, get my camera bag, and go and podcast the shit out of the studio. And I'm looking forward to it. Wish me luck. No, don't wish me luck, because you're watching this after I've done the podcast. There you go. Have a good night. Whatever you're doing, it might be the weekend tomorrow. I don't know when this is going up, but whenever it is, take care of yourselves. As usual, look after the people around you, and have best of nights. Good night. Love you all.